Hey friends, welcome to today's channel. I am so excited to get into it today and talk about what we're gonna do. If you watched last week's video, I talked about what videos were coming up in the near future, so you may already know what this video is about, and that is we are gonna be making some winter homeless bags, and I'm so excited. So I've actually made blessing bags before. That's really what they're called, not homeless bags. That just sounds not the best. So they're called blessing bags, and I have made them before for a video, but now that I live in Wisconsin, it has given me a really new perspective and new understanding and appreciation for what the homeless must go through, especially during these harder months like this. It is winter now, and I can't imagine being homeless in the wintertime. And I probably have never shared this before, but my husband actually was homeless when, he'll have to correct me because I'm probably gonna get how old he was wrong, but I believe he was like 15 when he started living on the streets by himself. And so probably because of that, I have a special place in my heart for people who are homeless and just cannot imagine that, and how I think a lot of times people look at them and place judgments on them that are not true, not necessary. You don't know what a person is walking through or why they're where they are, and you definitely don't know the path that they're gonna have in the future. My husband now owns his own businesses, and you would never have known that if you had met him 15 years, when he was 15, and I'm sure a lot of people placed judgments on him and thought he was a failure and a menace to society and just, all those things. But people deserve chances, and they deserve our care and our love. So we are gonna make a winter themed blessing bag, and I always like to make them really personal and not just your ordinary things that you would see in all blessing bags. I like to throw in something fun and just let them feel like you're friends with them and you're giving them something more personal. And so I'm going to show you guys what we're going to throw in, and then let me know if you guys have any ideas of anything that I missed or something else you think would be fun to add into a blessing bag. I'd love to know that. I'm sure this is not the last time I'm going to make some. So if you have ideas, please let me know what they are in the comments below. But for now, let's get to it and make our bags.
Even in the darkest night, you shine so bright.
So I just went to my pantry and realized I don't have any large Ziploc bags. That's really ideal for making a blessing bag, because that way you can seal it up and they can see everything that's inside of it. So unfortunately I don't have that, but I am going to show you guys everything that I'm going to put in one, and then I'm going to have to run out and get some more large Ziploc bags because I'm out. And I didn't know that when I started this video. So I know that I'm probably going to get some people saying I should have added certain essential items, because there is some essential things that I'm not going to be having in this bag. And that is because honestly those Ziploc bags only hold so much. And last time I found I put too much in, and it even just like squished in, my bag started to rip. So as much as you want to add all the things, there's a point where you just can't, and you just have to know and trust that they're at least getting some things that are good and helpful. And so don't overdo it, which I might even be. We'll have to wait and see when I get my Ziploc bags. But I'm going to show you what I hope to put in there, and then if I have to take anything out, it'll probably just be something that I consider small, and I don't know. We'll see. But let's start with the first thing. So the first thing I like to do, and I included this in my last blessing bag, is I like to write them a handwritten note. This time I'm going to, I have this set of blank cards, and I am going to be adding a card in their blessing bag, and I'm just going to write something really personal and sweet to them, and just encouraging, really just truly encouraging, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to them. So I would encourage you to do that, because again, it just makes it feel more personal, like it's coming from a friend. So we are going to be adding a card into our blessing bag. So the second thing we're going to be adding into our blessing bag is some water. Of course, I'm sure they're going to want something to drink, and a water or like a Powerade or something like that is definitely good to include into your blessing bag. What I tend to do is carry my Ziploc bags around with me in my car, so that way when I see somebody on the side of the road, asking for some help or something, I can just give them a blessing bag, and it's really quick and easy, and you can just hand it to them. The only thing about that is these water bottles can get I don't know, water bottles just get funky if they're sitting in your car for a while. So try and keep a fresh one in there and just be mindful of that. You don't want to be giving them a funky water. Nobody wants that. So just be mindful of that. But it is good to keep these in your car. It just makes it so much easier. Unless you're going to go purposefully, you know where you're going, you know when you're going to go give it to somebody. That's different. So I'm just adding a few little snacket treats. My daughter and I love these. I know not everybody's a fan of raisins, and maybe they won't like them. I don't know. But these are chocolate covered ones. And honestly, I just really like them, and so I buy them a lot. So I thought I would throw one of those in there because I had some. And then because it is Christmas time and it's just the holiday season, I don't know if they're gonna get anything. I don't know if they're gonna have like those little Christmas blessings, and so I am gonna throw in some Christmas candy. I have these Starburst red flavors. My kids opened it, so I'm just gonna throw in, they're all packaged already as a Starburst are, so I'm just gonna throw some of those in there. And then these are also each individually wrapped. Obviously they're Hershey Kisses. These are cherry cordial, how do you say that? Cordial. They're cherry flavored ones. So I am going to be throwing these in there, and they're really good. If you guys have not tried these, they're actually really, really good. And then, of course, I've got a whole bunch of these mini peppermint canes, and so I'm going to throw in a bunch of those as well. So again, because it is winter season, we want to do something that's going to be helpful for them for the winter. And I personally never use these, so I don't know like how long they last and how great they are from personal experience. But to me, it just seemed like a good thing to add into their homeless bags, which is these hot hands. I have these ones. They go under your shoe to keep your feet warm. And then these ones are hand warmers to keep their hands warm. And that just seems like something that would probably just be so useful. This actually says it lasts up to 10 hours of heat, and this one says 9 hours of heat. So hopefully that's a blessing for them when they really will need it. And then I just did get a few essentials. Again, like I said, I didn't get all the things that you want. Like I didn't get a razor, but I did get other things. So I got a toothbrush and toothpaste because it is winter season. It's so dry here. I have been having the hardest time, you guys, with keeping my lips not chapped. And it's been one of my biggest struggles living in Wisconsin because my lips are just so chapped all the time. Doesn't matter what I do. So I'm sure that any kind of chapstick is very much appreciated. I couldn't imagine not having chapstick and being outside all the time in the cold. That would just drive me bonkers. So I definitely wanted to add some chapstick into theirs. I did get this little travel size mouthwash. Also, again, because of the dryness of the weather here, I did get this Ultra Healing moisturizer, and it doesn't have a strong smell. It actually came out when I opened it, so it's not something that has like a very good seal on it, but still, it says it repairs and heals extra dry skin, and it's got a decent smell. It's a little bit lemony and just really light, so that's good for anybody, a guy or a girl, and will definitely help with the dry skin. And then I did get them some hand sanitizer, just because of the time of life we live in right now. I'm sure that that's something that's probably appreciated. And then beef jerky is a good thing to add into the stockings because it just stays fresh and good, and they can carry it with them and just eat it whenever they want to. So I did get a bag of beef jerky. And then, of course, I got these pair of gloves, which they're huge. Look how big those are. So hopefully they'll fit whoever they go to. I don't know. We'll see. But pair of gloves, definitely something that's unnecessary. And listen, if I was outside, I would still throw those babies on if somebody gave them to me, and I would still be grateful. And then this was really random, but I went to get like a man's winter hat just because I figure if it's a man's hat, it would fit a man or a woman. Same with gloves. You know, I was trying to err on the side of like bigger rather than smaller sizes for things. And I could not find a man's winter hat in stock anywhere, which seems so ridiculous to me right now when we're in December. That should be an easy thing for me to find right now. So all I could find was this is actually a woman's hat. It says it's only one size fits all. So hopefully that's true. I figured they could pull this down if they needed to and it would work. And I got it in black. They had a whole bunch of colors, but I was like, I'm gonna get it in black so that way anybody can wear it and they won't know or care. I hope this doesn't say women's on it. Women's. It doesn't. Okay, good. So yeah, that can be good for whoever ends up getting it. And then the last thing I know is probably like so unconventional, but I was just trying to put myself in their shoes and think like all these things would be nice. But I know something that I would struggle with is just boredom and just needing something to occupy my mind and my time. So I didn't want to just get a book because I feel like a lot of people do that. They put books in there. I wanted to do something just a little bit different and a little more fun. And so I don't know, I'm just trusting whoever gets this package is going to appreciate it and it's going to make them, it's going to be something that they wanted and it's something that they needed and something that I would probably like if it was me in their shoes. So that's really where I wanted to come from. And so I went to Walmart to get an adult coloring book, and honestly I don't know if I was just looking in the wrong department or if it's because like they're all out because it's Christmas. They didn't have a lot to choose from, but I did end up getting this one. I don't, maybe I was just like looking in the wrong department or something, but I did end up finding one. And it's also encouraging. It says Color the Bible and it just has like encouraging little quotes and stuff. So hopefully that is an encouragement to somebody and it will be just what they need. So I don't know, I really liked this one because I felt like it kind of hit two things in one. It was encouragement for them and also just something to occupy the time. And of course, if you're going to give them an adult coloring book, you have to give them some colored pencils. So colored pencils. And so that is everything, which is honestly a lot of things to stuff into a Ziploc bag. When I was in Florida, before me and the kids came back, we had one blessing bag left, and I told the kids before we came to Wisconsin I wanted to make sure we went and we handed it out. And so this was like the week before we came to Wisconsin, I think. And so we went up into Brandon, close to where I lived in Florida, and I saw this man asking for help on the side of the road. Well, he was like in a strip mall area, just asking for help. And so I pulled over and stopped and talked to him for a minute. He was an older gentleman, and before I just told him I had something for him, and before he could even see what was inside of my blessing bag that I had at that time, he was like saying thank you so much. As soon as he saw that it was going to be a blessing bag rather than like some money or something, he lit up. He was so excited. Like, I think he had been hoping and praying somebody would give him a blessing bag, and he immediately was like, is there a Bible in there? Is there a Bible in there? And asking me if I had a Bible, and sure enough, I did have a Bible in that one. And so I gave it to him. It was my last one, and not all of the ones I made, like this one doesn't include one, not all of the ones I made did, but that one did. And he almost started crying. He was so happy. He said that he had a Bible before and that it got ruined because it got left out in the rain with him and just unprotected, and so it was ruined, and how he had been praying that he would get a new one. And so that was so fun for me, and it was such a nice like send off from Florida to Wisconsin to be able to give that to him and just be a little answer to his prayer requests. And so I just want to encourage you, if God lays this on your heart and you have an idea to put something in it, whether it's a coloring book or a Bible or whatever it is, I just want to encourage you to follow that little prompting, because I think it's for a reason. And let me know if you've ever had an experience like that, because it just will fill your heart up with joy. And as always, make sure you guys stay in the glow wherever you go, and I love you. Bye. Look what I found. Thought we were done, but we weren't, because look it. I found one more left up in my stuff, like back inside of my pantry cabinet. So we're gonna stuff this baby up and see how much we can fit in here. Okay, so there's all the things that we just talked about. Here's the Ziploc baggie. What should we do? Snap our fingers and fill it? Let's try. Snapping fingers fail. This is not even gonna be close to big enough, you guys. It's a good thing we tried this right now, because this is a problem. So I'm gonna show you guys what my plan B is. Okay, so I have this Lululemon bag, and I'm gonna use this instead. So what I like about this bag is it does have little snaps, so they could close it. They can use it to carry lots of things in. It has little handles, and also the material of it is like plasticky but sturdy. It's not gonna rip or anything like that. So I think as far as like rain and snow, that would just like slide off of this really easily and not even ruin this bag. So we're gonna use this instead of this and try this again, shall we? Leo, come here. Okay, Leo, I need you. I tried snapping my fingers to fill a blessing bag for the homeless, and it didn't work. And so I was hoping maybe like you would have more magic in your, maybe if you like clap or something. Here, I'm gonna, like right now my blessing bag is empty. So maybe if you like clap your hands over my blessing bag, you know, it could get filled.
All right, learn from the professional.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, let's see, did it work? Holy cow. You have the magic, Leo. Thank you. See, there is plenty of room in here. I mean, I could honestly even put more stuff in here now. I feel like motivated. But I'm sure this will be a huge blessing to somebody, and I can't wait. I mean, oh yeah. This is good stuff. You know, some things just work out for a reason, and you just have to not fight it. You just go with it, and it'll work out the best way possible. Like, who could, I didn't plan that, but it's perfect. All right, you guys, that's really all. Bye, love you, thanks for watching, and as always, stay in the glow wherever you go.
La, 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 la.